Hey, you guys, I am back with another video. This is LaTersa. We at Live Your Best Life channel. Listen, I want to personally welcome all of you. Welcome all of you to my channel. I am LaTersa, and I want you guys to know that you are absolutely enough. And just because you are here, that means that you are ready to live your best life. Listen, today we're going to be talking all about 3 ways that you can overcome shame. We've all dealt with this a time or two in our lives. And listen, I just want to stop by to encourage somebody today that it's not the end of the world. We've all done some things that we're not so proud of. If you missed the last video, I talked about 5 ways to find yourself. I talked a lot about how you need to let go of the past. So this just ties into that video. So 3 ways that you can overcome shame. So if you have not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell so you can get the notifications of when I load a new video. I typically upload new videos on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, sometimes on the weekend if time permits, but I want you to understand that you are at the right place at the right time. I want you to understand that you are absolutely enough. No ifs, ands, but about it. LaTersa says, believe that you are absolutely freaking amazing. So let's jump right into this. Today's video is not going to be that long, but I hope that something I say blesses you. Remember to share this on all of your social media platforms. Be sure to hit that like button. Let me know that you like these types of videos. If you want to see more of these videos, be sure to comment below in the description box. I'm also going to leave some goodies there, some awesome resources for you that's going to help you on your journey to finding yourself and living your best life. So, number 1 on how to overcome shame. The first thing you want to do is acknowledge where the shame is coming from. I don't know about you guys, but I know that things can happen. And sometimes something can happen in your life that brings so much shame. And the shame, all that is shame is making you feel like you have did the utmost. Is no turning back. Shame is like guilt and shame. They go hand in hand, but they're not the same. Guilt is, I think I heard this from a pastor years ago. Guilt is when you realize you've done something wrong and you feel bad about it. But shame makes you feel like you're not good enough, like you're nothing because of what you've done. Like shame takes it to a whole nother level. So acknowledge where the shame coming from. Maybe you had an abortion in your teenage years. Maybe you shame that you had a divorce. You know, maybe you are ashamed that you had a baby out of wedlock or a teenage pregnancy, or maybe you're ashamed that you overcame drugs. Whatever the case may be, we all have some things in our past that we're not so proud about. And here's the thing, shame is another trick of the devil that'll keep you functioning below your level, below what you're really called to do. It'll cause you to shrink back. It will cause you to think that you're less than. It will cause you to overthink that people are out to get you when they're really not. Shame will have you thinking that you did something so horrible that there is no room for growth, or you can't be that woman or man that you were called to be because of your past. Well, here's where I want you to understand. You have to acknowledge where that shame is coming from, because shame will cripple you and paralyze you if you don't get a grip on it. And so you have to understand, at the end of the day, shame is just something that the devil uses to keep you from being the absolute best that you was created to be. See, just like God knows the plans for your life, the devil knows you too. And he knows what you are destined to be, destined to become, destined to do. But shame won't allow you to do that if you don't get a grip on it. So you have to acknowledge where the shame is coming from. And you have to peel it back layer by layer and say, you know, why do I feel like this? What happened in my life that made me feel like this? What happened in my life that made me feel that I wasn't good enough? What happened that made me shrink down, that made me want to hide. You have to start peeling back that stuff, because if you don't take the time to really deal with your shame, you'll never experience God's best for your life. And then number 2 is you have to be honest and tell yourself the truth. If you can't be honest to yourself, how can you expect for somebody else to be honest for you, or you be honest with somebody else? Because you're already starting off on a lie. You're already starting off on the wrong foot. You have to be honest and say, this is how I feel. This incident right here caused me to feel X, Y, and Z. When this happened to me, it caused me to feel shame. And a lot of times, especially like when kids go through childhood trauma, like they've been maybe sexually abused or molested as a child, as a kid, they grow up thinking that was their fault. Like they're so shameful of that incident when really in reality, it wasn't even their fault. But because in a little child's mind, that's how they process the situation. So they become shameful. And shameful can start as little as 2-3 years old. You're doing something outside with your friends and they start laughing at you. They shame you. It can cause you to shrink. It can cause you to shrink back from your full potential, because you are so afraid of people laughing at you, people talking about you. And here's the thing. Whether you're doing good or bad, people are always going to have an opinion. People are always going to have something to say. And the quicker you learn that, the quicker you can get on to living your life. Because I always tell people, I'd rather be happy and at peace with myself within than to worry about naysayers or what people are saying. And sometimes it's not even about what other people are saying. It's what you're telling yourself. So you have to be conscious of what you're thinking, conscious of what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, you cannot stop another human being from doing anything. Now, mind you, you can't stop them from getting in your space and hurting you, but you can't stop people from talking. So you have to build what I call tough skin. My daddy used to tell me that as a little girl, baby, you got to get some tough skin, because people are going to say some mean things and they're going to hurt your feelings. And a lot of times it's not even about you. But you got to build yourself up. That's why I say every day I try to read the word, try to build myself up spiritually, because I need to be able to handle whatever may come my way. And even though I declare to have an amazing day, sometimes things just happen. And you got to be okay mentally, spiritually, and physically up for the challenge, because God didn't say you was going to walk this earth and didn't have any challenges or mishaps. But what he said was he wouldn't put no more on you than you can bear. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is be willing to take responsibility for your part in whatever the case may be. Whatever the thing that may cause you shame, take responsibility for your part in it. It could be as little as you said something mean and hurtful too. Or it could be you said and you allowed the treatment to keep happening. Because again, you teach people how to treat you. So when people are saying things in your presence and you don't agree with it, or it doesn't make you feel good, or it makes you feel some type of way, as they say, then it's up to you to stand up and say, no. I don't appreciate that tone in my presence. I don't appreciate that language or that action. That thing there, what you did, it can happen again. You have to be bold enough to stand up for you, because if not, you're teaching people how to walk all over you. And that's something I had to learn early on and still learning to this day. Sometimes you have to be a little nice, nasty. I call it the Christian girl nasty. But you have to let people know that you can't be played with. You can't be treated any type of way. So that is my little tidbit. And then I have a blog post, you guys, that I'm going to link below that shares more ways to overcome shame. And then, like I said, if you need to talk to somebody, if you need help with something, I'm going to leave a link to my consultation package so that you can get on the phone. Maybe it helps if you talk to somebody. Maybe it'll help you to get it out, because a lot of things boggled inside, they only come out wrong if you don't deal with them right then. And then if you're a DIY girl like myself and you like classes and videos and audios that you can listen to while you work out, grab my Live Your Best Life Masterclass, and the link will be right below this video. But I hope that something I said today blesses you. I hope that it gets your thoughts going, that it's not the end of the world, that you can have this amazing life that you've been dreaming of. You can have this amazing life that you've been thinking about. You can do this. So at the end of the day, have an amazing day. Remember to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We do videos every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Sometimes on the weekend if time permits. But I want you to know that I love you. God loves you. And I want you to go out and be amazing. Go out and shock yourself today. Have a great day. Mwah.